Welcome to Thriving in the Age of Disruption with Dr. Ramesh. To wrap up our podcast Season 3 today, Ramesh meets with Dr. Huong Nguyen, a distinguished medical doctor and researcher from Vietnam, who shares a journey of combining Eastern tradition with modern Western medical practices to create a holistic approach to healthcare. With decades of research, Dr. Huong offers profound insights into treating complex diseases such as Parkinson's and stroke, addressing not only the biomedical, but also the mental, emotional, and social aspects of a patient's well-being. Dr. Huong's philosophy extends beyond individual treatment to building sustainable healthcare communities. She speaks passionately about co-founding the Tien Huang Institute of Medicine, where she mentors students and integrates cutting-edge technology with Eastern wisdom. Her commitment to education, entrepreneurship, and holistic healthcare underscores the importance of collaboration both locally and internationally to improve patient outcomes and advance medical research.
Welcome to the Thriving in the Age of Disruption podcast series, Dr. Huong. We met some time ago, and I've been intrigued by your background and experience. And so I wanted to have a chat with you about your life. And so perhaps we can start off with you sharing with us a little bit about yourself.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Ramesh. It's
Hello.
really nice for me to be in your podcast. My name is Huong. I graduated from Hanoi Medical University 26 years ago. After graduation, I also worked for Hanoi Medical University in physiology department as a lecturer and researcher. So during the working in Hanoi Medical University, I also feel that I need to develop myself in the professional channel. I look for international master degree in Thailand. I focus on the social aspect of medicine. And I found that very interesting when we see the patient in holistic way, not only in terms of biology or physiology, but also in terms of social aspect, the person as a whole. So we can cope with the patient more effectively. And after 1 year in Thailand, I come back to Vietnam and continue working in physiology department until now. But then I also think that I need to work more for my PhD and to understand the disease phenomenon in Vietnam, in Asian, is different compared to European or American. We found out in my master thesis that the disease model of postmenopausal woman in Vietnam is very much different compared to other countries, especially compared to European or Caucasian women. So that motivated me to go further for study and develop my PhD. Then I chose the Karolinska Institute in Sweden for my PhD. And at the same time with the study in Sweden, but I still continue working in Hanoi Medical University because I follow the sandwich model, both the working and studying. And I collect the data in Vietnam and do the lab work and defense in Sweden. So I finished my PhD in 2012. After I got my PhD, I also would like to go further with the research. So I found the Dinh Huang Institute of Medicine with the hope that I can support other students or other young doctors who are the younger generation but can go abroad to study like me and come back to serve the country in the better way. So that is now I also have a Dinh Huang Institute of Medicine where we focus on the breakthrough by combination between Western and Eastern medicine.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. It's really exciting for me because I have with me today a doctor, an academic, a researcher, someone who's an entrepreneur as well, right? And so you've gone through all these different phases in your journey. I want to ask you a key question because I feel that one of the key mindsets that is necessary in today's world of disruption is entrepreneurial mindset. And when I listen to you and your journey on how you started off studying to do medicine, and then how you did your research and you started your institutes and you continue now with your research, it's clear for me that you are someone who has an entrepreneurial mindset. And I define an entrepreneurial mindset as one where you are being resourceful. That is, if you have a problem, you know how to define the right problem and you go to solving it. Two is that you're able to deal with uncertainty and manage risk. And three is actually that you are creating value, not just for yourself, but for others, and not just financial, but also non-financial value. So when you look at your own journey, how is it that you were always looking at what's next and what's next? An entrepreneur, right? Like this entrepreneurial mindset. Share a little bit about what can you see about yourself and what inspired you and supported you to navigate this journey.
When I grow up, I just live the simple life, but I really like to help people around, and I share the things I have. For example, if I see the children nearby, they could not speak foreign language, then I just call them to my house and teach them how to speak the foreign language. When I come back from Thailand, I also see that, oh, when I go out of the country, new things and interesting, and I come back to my university, I also start sharing that with my students, that if we study everything together in English, then we can learn new things from reading books, from the literature reviews, from the new study. So we just form the small group of students with 4 students at that time. And then we start sharing what is interesting together. So we start the journey with the friendship and science for health. With the first 4 students, we can share this interesting thing with other students. So we expand the group into 8 students. We're expanding now. We form the FSH community with not more than 100, but we support each other when they are in the undergraduate.
As you're speaking, I can hear how, number one, you're motivated by wanting to make a difference or help people. And so that's what had you reach out to, whether it is the children in your neighborhood or your classmates. And number two is that you are also someone who can see new things as opportunities, and you learn them and you come back to apply them. So that's an interesting entrepreneurial trait, because entrepreneurs are good at spotting opportunities and in being able to apply that for the situation that they're in. And the last piece that you talked about was your ability to collaborate with people and how you develop that network and community from 4 students to about 100 students. As you look now in your own journey of running your medical center, can you share a little bit more?
Actually, we have the Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine, where we focus on the breakthrough by combination between Eastern and Western, not only medicine, but also Eastern and Western mindset. After 12 years, up to date, we can have a certain technology to deal with difficult to treat disease. It means that the disease either difficult to diagnose, or if we can diagnose, but we cannot have a solution to deal with the disease. For example, like a Parkinson, ALS, or even we have a solution, but it's not yet optimum for that patient. For example, even now we already have a certain way to deal with the patient with stroke, but still a lot of stroke patients, they still not yet get that optimum treatment and still get a lot of paralyzed difficulty in life. We deal with that such a difficult case, and we find the solution to help those patients who could not get benefit from the available therapy, from the available solution, from the available medicine. We also set up the DTH medical clinic, where we can help those patients directly and get their life back. Apart from the institute where we can give the training, where we can give the treatment for the patient with difficult disease.
So your treatment is sort of holistic because part of it is dealing with their mindset about their own recovery and the treatment. And then part of it is the challenge of the available medical interventions right now for their disease.
This is a combination between many things.
A lot of people also suffer from diabetes, and that requires like lifestyle change.
Yes.
And in fact, that's the hardest for people to do, right?
Yes.
In most instances. And so I guess being able to address it from that holistic view and to deal with readiness to embrace change that they need to make is also an important part of a medical intervention.
Yes.
How big is your team?
The team, we have two co-founder for Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine, but then we have a lot of other follow in the Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine Council. We have a chairman who is the ex-vice minister of science and technology. When he see our potential, he support us very much as the advisor. But then later on, we have him as our chairman. And also in the institute, we have a different strong research group. I responsible for the research group related to osteoporosis, fracture. That is the things I do my PhD in Sweden. But also I responsible for develop the new technology in difficult to treat disease. Yeah, and other colleagues focus on different subject like diabetes. We have another group with cardiovascular disease, and we have another group with neurology.
Oh, wow. So it's very extensive then.
We have a team leader. So, for example, in the research group, I am the team leader. In my team, I have a PhD student. For example, last year, I have 3 PhD already graduate from Hanoi Medical School who take part in the study in Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine for their research. But they are Hanoi Medical student, PhD student. So Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine and Hanoi Medical University in collaboration because they have Hanoi University, they have a student at all level from undergraduate and postgraduate. But in Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine, we have a research project. And also we have a network of experts in other countries, like in Sweden, in Estonia, in England.
Right. And they support with the exchange of information and data and best practices.
So that is the how we build up the team. So apart from the PhD student, we also have a master student. We have an undergraduate student. We support individually for students to customize their need. For example, in Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine, we support for undergraduate students. We build their capacity from the zero to know how to do the research and then actually participate in the research and also learn how to get the scholarship to go abroad and how to choose the best university in medicine to study. In Dinh Hoang Institute of Medicine, we can help for a certain number of undergraduate students. After they graduate, they can get scholarship to other country. For example, we can have a student got scholarship to Johns Hopkins and also to Harvard University.
So thank you for sharing this with me. Well, when I met you, you had shared with me that your grandparents were entrepreneurs and so were your parents. And do you find that that was also part of how you developed this entrepreneurial mindset?
Yes, so that is a very interesting question. I also recently realized that, maybe I got that heritage from my grandparents. Because when I was small, I just thought I am lecturer. I am the medical doctor. But when it come up how to transfer our research result to help more patients, how to transfer the research capacity to other students so they can get the scholarship like me, or the patient, they can get the therapy in a better price and in better condition. That lead me to the way to be now we call entrepreneur.
Yes.
After my defense, my supervisor told me that, oh, Huong, your defense is so nice. And I found out that you have an instinct as an entrepreneur.
Mm.
At that time, I still not realize what does it mean. But now I understand, oh, she's so great that she see that in me. And when I also look back our family life, I see that, oh, my grandparents, both from my mother's side and from my father's side, used to be great entrepreneur and do support a lot for the country during the wartime.
You grew up watching all that. You picked those things up, and that's in your mindset.
Yeah, probably.
One of the key things that entrepreneurs deal with every day is a setback or things not going according to plan or sometimes failure. So I feel that another important mindset to have in this age of disruption is what I call as a crisis ready mindset. That means if something happens that you don't expect or don't want, you're ready and you're able to deal with it. So when you look back in your own life, how you deal with crisis and what do you think have been the practices that you do, whether it's meditation or having a affirmation where you have positive self-talk that allowed you to always make sure that even when you have a setback or failure, you get back and you're back in the game?
When I look back, I see that actually the difficulty or the unwanted things all the way happen. But the way we deal with that is very important. For example, when I start my PhD, before that, that is a collaboration project between Hanoi Medical University and Karolinska Institute. And we already got the funding. But in my study, I need to build up the reference data for Vietnamese bone density with the DEXA machine. And you know that at 2003, the whole Vietnam has a very rare DEXA machine. That time, the machine is very expensive. So when I found the DEXA machine in one big hospital, and I'm very happy because, oh, I have the tool and I can establish the reference data for Vietnam. And then we can have a accurate diagnosis. But
Yes.
when I meet the director of the hospital, he told me that, no, I cannot let you do this study because I would like to save that data for my daughter. She also could use that data for her PhD. And I know that his daughter is my friend. So I just called her. I told, oh, my dear friend, your father would like to save that data for you to do PhD. So could you please tell me, in our country, do we have any supplier for this machine? Then I could talk to him to see is there any other DEXA machine in the country that I can access. And then she gave me the phone number and then I call him and I find even the better machine, the updated model for my study. And later on, actually, my friends, the daughter of the doctor's hospital, used one of my data for her PhD, not the data in the older one. When we deal with the difficult, we find a better way and we also can tighten the relationship with
Closer relationship.
closer relationship with friends and we do the better things. So I think that when the difficult come, we don't need to be worried of that, but we can collaborate with people to find the better solution we really got better solution when we see things in different way.
So it's so beautiful. I mean, you have called out two important points, and one is to have openness to view any crisis or a setback as an opportunity,
Yes.
because it can give you something better at the end
Yes.
of the day, right? So that's
Yes.
number one. And it's an attitude of mind. And number two is that you also talked about how in that moment when you are navigating the crisis, if you can have a collaboration and you can
Yes.
communicate openly, you can actually get a better solution and you can create better connection with people.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think it'll be really very valuable for people to hear that example in how they can deal with crisis. Let me
Yes.
just move on to a new topic, and that is about what is spirituality for you and where are you in that journey?
For my philosophy, I really believe in the cause and effect. If we do the good things, I was born in the family that my auntie follow the Buddhism.
Ah,
So when she practiced the Buddhism during her time, in the previous time, we stay very close to each other.
yes.
So I just naturally influenced by Buddhism.
And how do you practice that on a day-to-day basis?
In my family, we also have a place to pray the
Worship.
Buddha. In Vietnam, in own family, we have an ancestor, and in a certain family, we also have a Buddha in the worship. So in my family, we also have a separate place for the ancestor and separate place for Buddha worship.
It's really the philosophy of do good and good will come to you is really empowering. And I can see that that's what you practice on a day-to-day basis. So then what about living a simple life? What is a simple life for you?
Now people think of high building and car and
Mm.
luxury life, but I think that actually in life we just need enough food to eat.
Yes.
We need the clean air for breathing, and
Yes.
we need to have a clean water, and then that we can be alive and spend time to think how we can help other people, how we can have the peace in our life, and how we can do the good thing to make life better, to make society better. The simple life is very simple.
That's right. And so when we boiled it down to having food to eat, clean air, and clean water, we can see that actually our life is settled. Then we can
Yes.
pay attention to others. In this universe, there is us and others, the other beings like the animals and whatever else, right? I wanted to ask you if you had to use three words to describe thriving, how would you describe it?
How we can bring the good things and spread the good thing
To others.
to others.
Next question I have is that everyone talks about sustainability. And when they talk about sustainability, they talk about climate crisis, clean water, clean air. But in our work, we focus a lot on sustainability being the ongoing thriving of a living system. And, we as a human being are the first living system, and it's our mindset. It's like how we look at life to allow us to be sustainable or not. So, in your work and in your own life, how do you look at sustainability?
I also very much agree with you that the sustainability comes from us first. Need to be sustainable. In order to be sustainable, I think the simple life is a very important concept, because if we think that we need very limited resource to be alive, but then we have a lot of space to do the good things, and when we do the good thing, it doesn't mean that we need a lot of money or we need a lot of energy. if we just do very simple things with people around us, and then it can spreading like a snowballing, then that is a sustainable life. So if we see the sustainable life in the way that we bring the concept of a simple life, then we can save a lot of things for the world rather than focus on we need to earn a lot of money, we need a car, we need a building, we need many things. But then that can cause a lot of waste.
Yes.
A lot of
That's
waste,
right.
unnecessary. So I think one of the important thing is that we bring the simple life concept and healthy life concept and happy life concept. And for the healthy, for the happy, and for the simple, we actually don't need so much other resources. And that is sustainable life, sustainable world I could see.
Wow, that is really profound. I really like how you described sustainability and linked all of that back to simple life, healthy life, and happy life. Yes, it makes sense. Okay, I'm going to ask you some now very quick questions.
Yes.
And the first one is, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book during the Tet holiday, I
Yes.
brought a lot of new books because right now I really look at how to transfer the technology to the society, that our technology to the society. So I brought
a lot of books to
to
support you.
see which way they go and how difficulty they could face and how they overcome. So that is my main interest at this moment.
I got it. Thank you. And what's your favorite travel destination?
20 years ago, my dream is to travel around the world. And after I traveled to many destinations in 5 continents, now my real destination is to stay in Vietnam and have people all around the world come to Vietnam.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And if you can have dinner with anyone, who would it be?
Anyone. Yeah,
Yes.
I always love to have a dinner with my family and my mom.
If you can have any superpower, what do you think you would like to have?
I would like to have as a superpower that people live happily and healthy.
If you can give it to them in a tablet, right? I'm sure a lot of people want you to have that superpower so they can live happily and healthily. And what's the best advice that you've ever received?
In my life, I must thank many, many, many people because the people give me many good advice. One of the advice from my father that whatever you do is okay, but you need to be independent.
That's really interesting. Was there any worst advice that you received?
I have one habit that normally I don't remember the bad thing.
That's a good habit to live a simple life, right? Don't remember the bad things.
Yeah, so when people ask me that question, I really could not it out from my mind.
I really got that. Yes. Well, Dr. Huong, thank you so much for being here with me this morning to do the podcast. I really appreciated the opportunity to look into how Vietnam culture and tradition has influenced you in who you have become and the work that you are doing. So it's really inspiring. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ramesh. I'm really happy to be in your podcast.